Soeharto, the 8th of June 1921 to the 27th of January 2008, was an Indonesian army officer and politician who served as the second and the longest-serving president of Indonesia. Widely regarded as a military dictator by international observers, Soeharto led Indonesia as an authoritarian regime from the fall of his predecessor Sukarno in 1967 until his own resignation in 1998 following a nationwide unrest. His 32-year dictatorship is considered one of the most brutal and corrupt of the 20th century. Soeharto was born in the small village of Kemusuk, in the Godin area near the city of Yogyakarta, during the Dutch colonial era. He grew up in humble circumstances. His Javanese Muslim parents divorced not long after his birth, and he lived with foster parents for much of his childhood. During the Japanese occupation era, Soeharto served in the Japanese Organized Indonesian Security Forces. During Indonesia's independence struggle, he joined the newly formed Indonesian Army. There, Soeharto rose to the rank of Major General sometime after full Indonesian independence was achieved. An attempted coup on the 30th of September and the 1st of October 1965 was countered by Soeharto-led troops. According to the official history made by the army, this attempt was backed by the Communist Party of Indonesia, PKI. The army subsequently led a nationwide violent anti-communist purge and Soeharto wrested power from Indonesia's founding president, Sukarno. He was appointed acting president in 1967 and elected president the following year. He then mounted a social campaign known as de-Sukarnoization to reduce the former president's influence. Soeharto ordered an invasion of East Timor in 1975, followed by a deadly 23-year occupation of the country. Support for Soeharto's presidency was active throughout the 1970s and 1980s. By the 1990s, the new order's increasing authoritarianism and widespread corruption were a source of discontent and, following the 1997 Asian financial crisis which led to widespread unrest, he resigned in May 1998. Soeharto died in January 2008 and was given a state funeral. Under his new order administration, Soeharto constructed a strong, centralized and military-dominated government. What started as an oligarchic military dictatorship evolved into a personalistic authoritarian regime centered around Soeharto. An ability to maintain stability over a sprawling and diverse Indonesia and an avowedly anti-communist stance won him the economic and diplomatic support of the West during the Cold War. For most of his presidency, Indonesia experienced significant industrialization, economic growth, and improved levels of educational attainment. As a result, he was given the title, Father of Development. Plans to award the status of national hero to Soeharto are being considered by the Indonesian government and have been debated vigorously in Indonesia. According to Transparency International, Soeharto was one of the most corrupt leaders in modern history, having embezzled an alleged $15.35 billion during his rule.
Subscribe to my channel.